Period TV dramas like Bridgerton and The Gilded Age have blown up in popularity. So, a new show at the Goodman Theatre is exploring the Victorian era as well, but specifically for Black Americans. Arts correspondent Angel Ito introduces us to Relentless and shares how this exploration of Black history is American history.
Inspired by her love for the Harlem Renaissance and the Victorian era, playwright Tyla Abercrombie felt compelled to write a story focused on that time period, but from a perspective not frequently seen.
I realized that nobody talked about the Black Victorians, and nobody still talks about them. Maybe one or two, Madam C.J. Walker, W.B. Du Bois, but there were countless beautiful Black folk making a difference in the world, and it's a lost era. And I think that it's important that we remember who we were to know who we can become.
Set in 1919, the story explores an uncovering of family secrets, history, and identity when two sisters, Annelle and Janet, are forced to return home to Philadelphia to settle their mother's estate after her death.
Goodness, Janet! I have practically fallen down a complete flight of stairs and you barely noticed!
While fictional, the story does highlight some historical events.
What they are examining in 1919 is the unrest of Red Summer, which took place here in Chicago, that was caused through, a young Black boy drifting into the white side of the lake. When I wrote the play, was trying to examine what are we still seeing that we thought we had conquered, but we haven't.
Director Ron O.J. Parson says while fictional, Relentless is a reflection of the role people of color played during this time, as their stories have often been left out of history.
White and Black, Asian, everybody, to learn that we were a viable force in this country in the early stages, and a lot of these things that we were doing are still part of our society today.
Roberta Brown of Hazelcrest agrees, noting both positive and negative parallels between then and now.
The whole idea of Blacks in the Victorian age is not really something that we think about because we're not free. We're still struggling. I mean, the things she was talking about, the one daughter, that's talking about the fear that she has, the fact that they're living in, tumultuous times, 1919. And here we are in 2022, and the issues are still the same.
Even though the story explores challenges this country might not have fully overcome, Abercrombie says her message has not only been well received, but understood.
A Japanese American came to me after a performance, and he said he could relate to the journals and the mother because his parents were in internment camps. And though he was not, he understood their fear in the way they raised him.
No matter if I'm here or not, I will always shine brightly over you.
I want to inspire people to movement, right? And I want them to walk away knowing something more about what we as a culture have contributed to all of us. I have always said I don't believe that there's this thing called Black history. It's American history. And I want people to understand that I'm giving you a part of your history, not just mine.
For Chicago Tonight, I'm Angel Ito.
Relentless runs at the Goodman Theatre through May 8th.